2NURFM.com, a broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.
Good morning, Meryl Swanson here with you this morning, joined by Daniel Stoddart from the Popular Theatre Company. This school holidays at the Civic Theatre, at the Civic Playhouse, they're doing The Book of Everything. Dan, hello and welcome.
Hi, Meryl.
Dan, this play that you're putting on at the Playhouse deals with the very touchy subject of domestic violence, yet you're aiming it at a school holiday audience.
Yeah.
How is that going to work?
Well, it's all in the writing, actually, and it's a beautifully written play that was very, very popular in Sydney when it was done at Belvoir Street many years ago. Excuse me, but the beautiful thing about the play is that it's through the eyes of a 9-year-old boy who narrates the play. His name is Thomas, and he's a very special boy, and he sees things that nobody else can see. And so from the perspective of a child, it makes it really, really accessible for other children to relate to Thomas, and the way he describes things and the way he kind of evaluates situations in his mind. He does it in a very, very playful way. So from that perspective, it's the imagery in the play is very beautiful, and it's very it's very personal, but it's very funny at the same time because of the way he interprets the situations.
Actually, children can find humour in some of the darkest situations and bring, I guess, the childlike innocence to it. Isn't that the case?
Yep.
So the same company is doing it for people who may have been along to see the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged. I went to see that, took my kids. It was hysterical. I worried the whole time that particularly my young daughter wouldn't understand it because she didn't know much about Shakespeare. That wasn't relevant. It was so cleverly written. Now, the writing, as you've mentioned in this play, it's the same person. It's been adapted by Richard Tulloch. Tell me some of the work that he's done.
So Richard Tulloch is actually, first and foremost, he's a children's author, and he's wrote story picture books called Danny and the Toy Box and things like that. But he also, in the past as well, has written for the ABC, shows like Bananas in Pyjamas and things like that. So he's actually very, very well known, and people would probably have seen his work without actually realising that it's Richard Tulloch's work.
And that's the beauty of the play that's been very well adapted and written.
He's very well known for writing for children, and this play is, of course, no exception. It's beautifully taps into the psyche of young kids.
Now, you're not on stage this time.
No, I'm directing this one, which is really, really exciting. I direct occasionally, but this is a play that is really, really important to me. I love the story and I love the characters in it, and I can relate to a lot of the characters. So controlling actors and telling them where to stand and how to act is a nice departure, a nice change from normally treading the boards.
The show is called The Book of Everything. As you said, it deals with the sensitive topic of domestic violence, but through the eyes of a child. It may actually well prove to be bigger than just a show in the school holidays, in that it may be helpful for some kids to come along and see it who may be going through all sorts of stuff. You just never know.
Absolutely. And it's very low impact as well, although it deals with that, with the very very current issue of domestic violence. It doesn't labour on it. It's very low impact, and it touches on it, and it offers some really wonderful strategies actually. But it doesn't. It's not like beating the message into the children's head. This is what you should do. It just shows a situation and then shows some alternatives, and then it leaves.
Wonderful. Dan, thank you for coming in today, and all the best with The Book of Everything. It sounds as though it's wonderful. Can't wait to go and have a look.
Thanks a lot, Meryl.
Daniel Stoddart here on 2NURFM. The play's called The Book of Everything at the Civic Playhouse.